Okay, let's look at instructions where we're supposed to solve the triangle. If possible. 4. And we are told that B is equal to 4, C is equal to 5, and the angle B is equal to 40 degrees. Okay, so since we're given both pieces of information for B, the angle and the side, we're going to use this form of the law of sines, and we have partial information for C. Okay, and so that's the form that we're going to use. All right, so now if I multiply both sides of this by 5, then I'm going to have 5 times sine of 40 over here divided by 4 is equal to the sine of C. Now, in order to find C, I'm going to take the inverse sine of both sides. Now, if this number inside the square brackets is bigger than 1 or less than -1, then this won't exist and there won't be a triangle. But let's see what happens. So these will cancel each other out. And if you're going to use a calculator, make sure you're in degree mode. So the first thing I'm going to do is come up here to mode and check that I'm in degrees. With my emulator, it defaults to radians every time I turn the laptop off. So I'm in degree mode. So I'm going to do second sine for inverse sine, and then 5 and sine of 40, then close parentheses, divided by 4, then close parentheses. And if we're not told how much to round to, you take angles to 1 decimal place. So we have a possibility that my angle C is 53.5. Now, there are 2 possibilities when you're taking an inverse sine. Your calculator is only going to give you the one that is acute, that lives in quadrant 1. There's a second possibility, and the way you find that is you take 180 and subtract your first possibility from it. So my second possibility is going to be 126.5 for my C2. Okay, so let's see what happens with our first possibility. So let's go with this one. So I'm definitely going to get at least one triangle. So we have B is equal to 40, B equals 4, C equals 5, and now my angle C is 53.5. Okay. And so I still need to find A and the side A. Okay, well, so I'm in my first possibility here. So A1, since it's based on C1, is going to be 180 minus B minus this first possibility for C. And so that's going to be 180 minus 40 minus 53.5. Okay, so in my first possible triangle, my angle A is going to be 86.5 degrees. And then I just have to find the side associated with angle A. And so again, I'm going to use this form because we already have B, angle and side. And so I just need to figure out what that side A1 is going to be. So I can cross multiply. And I'm going to get sine 40 times A1, and I'm going to write the A1 out front, is equal to 4 times sine of 86.5. And then to solve for A1, I just need to divide both sides by sine of 40. And so my sine of 40s will cancel, and I'm going to get my value for my side A1, and then the first triangle will be solved. So I'm going to have 4 and then sine of 86.5 divided by sine of 40. And angles you take to 1 decimal place, and sides you take to 2 decimal places. So that's about 6.21. So I come up here and I'm going to have A1 is equal to 6.21. So I have my first triangle sorted out. My first triangle is now solved. And A1 is equal to 6.21. Okay, so that's my first triangle solved. Okay, so now I'm going to solve the second triangle, if there is one. Okay, so for my second triangle, I still have that B is 40 degrees. Its associated side is 4, and the side C is equal to 5. But now I have that there's a second possibility for C, and that's 126.5. Okay. So if I need to solve this, I'm going to need to find A2 for the angle and the side. Okay. Well, if I'm going to find A2, again, that's going to be 180 minus B minus C2. And so that's going to be 180 minus 40 minus 126.5, which is 13.5. Okay, so I have another result that I can put up here. And then I just have to find the remaining side, A2. So again, what I'll use for this is I'll use sine B over B. We just need to find the corresponding side for A2. And so that's going to give me sine of 40 over 4 is equal to sine of 13.5 degrees, 13.5 over a sub 2. And again, if I cross multiply, I get a sub 2 times sine of 40 is equal to 4 times sine of 13.5. And I just need to divide both sides by sine of 40. Those cancel, and so I've got a2 left. And I just need to put this in my calculator now. So 4 times sine of 13.5 divided by sine of 40. Okay, and with sides, we take those to one decimal place. So that would be 1.45. And so I come up back here, and my A2 is equal to 1.45. And now I have solved my second triangle. So the second possibility for my angle fitted. It was not a contradiction, and so I actually have two different triangles. And they are both solved now. And that ends this video.